up? It's Breyonna. So I asked you guys over on Instagram which palette I should use next, and literally everybody's like, girl, we want to see the brand new Sasha palette from the Makeup Revolution X Bratz collection, so that's what we're going to be doing. And this palette, though, is just very, like, rich and jewel toned. It just has a really cool vibe to it. It kind of gives me, like, fall vibes in a way, just for how the colors are placed and how they look. But these blues right here are just really calling to me. And you can see it just has a lot of, like, warm tones and, like, golds in here. So if you like warm tones, you'll probably really enjoy the color story of this one. So I just pried my eyes out of camera, but the first shade I really want to go in with is this orange shade. I wouldn't say it's like a coral, but it does have, like, a slight pinky tinge to it. And this one's called Mixtape. I'm just going to be popping it in my crease using this brush from Luxie. It's a 205. It's just like a larger blending brush, but I'm just going to kind of be treating this shade as if it was my transition shade. So far, like on the first layer, it does have a good amount of pigment to it, but I am going to build it up. Oh yeah, so if you want this shade to look like it does in the pan, you're looking about 2 layers, which I don't think is bad at all. I feel like it having a little bit more of like a buildable formula does give a little bit more versatility too. So in case you want to do like a little pop of color with like neutrals, you can do that, or you can do something really intense with it. Again, it's blending out really nice, but in some ways it looks a little bit chunky, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it looks really bright here, and then in other spots it doesn't look as bright. So I'm going to go in with the 3rd layer. Oh yeah, you're going to want to do 3 layers. I'm just kidding. I thought 2 looked fine until I like tilted my head up. But the 3rd layer really just made it look a lot more even. I'm really curious to see how smoky we can get this look with this palette, but the next shade I want to go in with is this kind of like raspberry kind of shade, and this one is called Strike a Pose. Ooh, this one looks really, really pigmented, but I'm just going to be taking it on this brush from Morphe. It's an M433. It's kind of like one of those like pinch blending brushes. But again, I am just going to be popping this sucker right in the crease. Oh yeah, like this shade is very, very pigmented. Wow, that is a nice color. One thing I've noticed with the girls' palettes is that it's very hit and miss depending on the shade, so you never know what to expect when you're first trying it. But man, like, I don't even need to build that up. Like, it looks really nice right away. I am going to do a 2nd layer though because I'm curious, but I don't really feel like I need one. Yeah, like, it made it a little bit more rich, but again, like, the first layer looks really nice too. And for being a raspberry shade, it's not giving like any harsh lines or chunkiness. It looks really nice and smooth. Unlike the orange shade. Like the orange shade, it looked a little bit chunky. It wasn't terribly chunky, but enough like I could notice it. But this shade, not having that problem at all. I really like these kinds of colors, but sometimes it's hard to find nice formulations because sometimes they apply way too pink, whereas this one's like a true like raspberry kind of color. You know, the more that I look at this color story of this palette, I can just tell it is missing a dark, rich chocolate brown in here. Like, that would have just added so much. Like, again, like this grayish cool tone brown is really cute, but it doesn't necessarily fit the vibe of the warm tones in here. And also, I don't feel like it's deep enough to pair with the darker blues in here either. And that's just kind of where I am at right now, is I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to apply that dark blue onto the lid without the crease looking lighter than the lid, because that I always think just looks really, really funky. So like at first I was gonna go in with this red right here, but I don't know, like I feel like I have to kind of go in with this blue. So we're gonna try the blue. If it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna apply the red on top. And this one is called Hop to It, and it's technically a satin. So this could go really wrong or it could look amazing. I'm not too sure, because again, using these palettes in the past, you know, applying a satin isn't always the best in the crease. But I feel like this is like my only option right now. So I'm just taking it on this brush from Morphe, and yep. I don't know how I feel about this. But this is an M507. Crossing my fingers that it works out. Okay, this isn't terrible. Like I can work with this. But see, if I had like a chocolate brown, I would have just went in with that and then applied the blue shimmer on the lid and called it a day. But since we don't have that option, I'm just going to use what we got. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more on my brush. And honestly, like, this is applying fairly nice. And then I'm just going to start doing these little circular motions to blend it up. I'm also rounding out my outer V. Okay, that's not terrible. But I am going to go with a little bit more of Strike a Pose. Like I do have more on my brush. And I'm just going to go right on top of it. And this should help. Yep. I like this color actually. It's kind of like a deeper, kind of like purple right now. I'm also going to go back in with the brush that I applied mixtape with. Kind of like feather out the edge. Okay, I can work with this though. Like this isn't bad at all. I don't know if I want to apply more of the blue. You know what? Screw it. We're going to go with a little bit more. Yeah, even like a deeper purple would have been really cool in this palette, like a matte one. So I just cut my crease and I'm just going to fix this outer edge of it using a little bit more of Hop to It. I'm just taking it on this shader brush from Anastasia. This is a A3. And again, I'm just packing it right on that harsh line. I'm not bringing it in. So now let's apply the shimmers to the lid. And the first one I'm going to go in with is this royal blue called Beanie. And this one's really cool. It's kind of like a duochrome. So it's like a blue shimmer base and then it goes to like a purple shift, you know, depending on the light. And this is one of those shades that looks like it's going to have a really sparkly formula to it. But I'm just going to be taking it on a dry shader brush. A flat one. And I'm just going to pop it right to the center of my lid. And yeah, like, ooh, that is pretty. But you see what I mean? That Hop to It shade, you can kind of see it looks really chunky right in here. But let's see if we can kind of like finesse it with a little bit of Beanie. I'm going to go in with a little bit more on my brush. And that is such a pretty color. It has a really nice formula to it too. Kind of has like this creaminess to it. It reminds me kind of almost like a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop in a way, but it's just not as creamy as that. Now for the rest of the lid, I'm going to go in with this really pretty green shimmer shade, and this one is called Camo, and it's almost kind of like a sage green, but a little bit brighter than that. It has a really interesting vibe to it. But I'm just going to be taking it on a different shader brush. Again, I'm not applying this wet, I'm applying it dry. I'm just going to pop it anywhere that that base is still showing. It's a really cool color. I wasn't sure if I would like it next to Beanie, but I think it looks really fun. I'm going to go in with a little bit more on my brush though, just to kind of like amp it up. I wasn't sure if this shade would apply more like a satin or like what it was going to do, but it's actually fairly sparkly. It kind of has like that wet kind of sheen to it. I'm just slightly overlapping it with Beanie. So I just did my face products off camera. I will say I am trying some new products, so if things are looking a little bit funky, that might be why. But let's start working on the lower lash line, and I'm first just going to go in with that Hop to It shade, the dark blue. I'm just going to take it on this little shader brush from Morphe. Now using this brush from ColourPop, it's an E28, just a little small, almost like pencil brush. I'm just going to take Strike a Pose, that raspberry shade, and pop it right on top and underneath. And I'm just going to take a teeny tiny amount of mixtape and run it right on the edge. I'm just using this brush from Anastasia. It's an A13. Now, I don't know how this is going to look for the inner corner highlight because I am extremely fair, but I really want to go in with one of the gold shimmers down here. You know what, let's go in with this one right here. It looks really sparkly. This one is called Name and Lights. If all else fails, I'll just go in with a highlighter, but I'm just going to be taking it on this little pencil brush. Again, I'm applying it dry. Ooh, that is really sparkly. Has the same formula as Beanie does, so it's like super poppin'. I'm also gonna kind of take it underneath a little bit too. Camo would be really pretty in the inner corner, but I wanted to try and use more shades out of this palette. Since it is a little too dark for my skin, what I'm going to do is go in with my Sugar Glow Kit from Anastasia and go in with Marshmallow. This is the highlighter that I have on right now, just like a little tiny bit. And I'm just gonna pop it right on top. Oh yeah, that made it way more vibe. That's really fun. I kind of wish that this palette had a lighter gold shade, but then I feel like it wouldn't necessarily fit the vibe of this palette. But even like a yellow gold would have been really fun in here. So for the waterline, I'm just going to go in with the Sasha pencil. I don't know if I'm going to like this color with this look or not, but you know what? We can always wipe it off. I really like this formula, but I don't know. if I'm gonna like the color or not. Because it is like an orange, and we don't really have a lot of orange going on. Okay, it actually pulls a little bit more yellow with this look, which I am totally for, because I would have gone in with the yellow liner with this look anyways. And then the last thing that I'm going to go in with is the Sasha Plumping Gloss. Ooh, I like that with that lip liner. I wasn't sure about it. Oh, okay, I applied way too much gloss. Ooh, I haven't used one of these in a hot minute, and it is tingly. Ooh, slightly spicy actually. It's not like that minty kind of tingle. It's definitely like, I like Tabasco sauce and I got it on my lips kind of tingle. Now this look is definitely not how I had planned it to look, but you know what? In the end, I think it turned out really pretty. And I will say overall though, the eyeshadow palette is really, really nice. Especially the mattes in here. Like I thought the mattes were absolutely beautiful, especially this raspberry shade right here. It is so pigmented and it just goes on like butter. This mixtape shade, the orange, now this one is a little bit on the patchy side if you don't build it up. But if you're okay with doing like 3 layers, it looks amazing as well. The only thing is about this palette, I wish it had a chocolate brown. Like, I do not understand why this palette does not have a chocolate brown in it. It would have added so much to the color story. But I will say this Hop to a shade, this blue satin shade, this one actually wasn't that bad in the crease because I remember doing a very similar technique with the Chloe palette, and let's just say it gave me a nightmare of a problem. Whereas this one didn't give me any issues doing this with. The only thing is if you are a beginner, you might struggle putting it in the crease because it does have a satin formula and it is a little bit finicky. As for the shimmers in here, oh, they are pretty, especially this Beanie shade right here. Like, it is just so sparkly and extra, and you can really see the dimension to it because it has like this blue, like royal blue look to it, and then it has like this royal purple like shift to it. It looks amazing, and I also really like that it has a creamy formula to it too, so it's like super buttery when applied. Now this green shade right here called Camo, the one that we have next to it, this one is more of like a wet metallic kind of finish, and it's not as sparkly as Beanie is. Again, it has some shine to it, it's just not as crazy and intense as Beanie is. However, this Name and Light shade, now this one is more similar to Beanie with a formula. It's just more of like a wearable gold. If you have a deeper skin tone, this would even make an amazing highlighter. But I will say, like, looking at this bottom row, a lot of the shades in here look fairly similar. Like, I don't feel like I would need both of these shades right here and these. Like, a lighter gold would have been really pretty in here, and then like a smoky, like, taupey pink. As for the pencil liners, honestly, these are so underrated. If you're like me and you like pastel liners in your Waterline, these ones have such amazing formula and they're super affordable. The only disadvantage of these is that you do have to buy them in a pack. I don't think you can get them individually from what I've seen. But again, if you're into pastels, these ones are bomb. As for the gloss, I love the color of this. Honestly, the colors of the whole collection are beautiful. It's just, I don't like feeling gloss on my lips, and I can feel this one. Again, if you like a plumping gloss, you'll probably really enjoy this because it actually does plump your lips. But if you're like me and you don't like feeling gloss on your lips, you might want to pass on this because again, it's a little bit thick feeling on the lips and is a little bit sticky. It's not terribly sticky where it's like super tacky, nor does it give like those like lines and all of that. But I can just feel it on my lips and it kind of bothers me. So when it comes down to it, would I recommend these products to you? Honestly, I'd say everything that we have used today is fairly nice. Again, the Sasha palette, it's not like my new favorite palette, but it is really cute and I could definitely see myself grabbing for it again, especially for the shimmer. Like that Beanie shade is so pretty on the eyes and it just has like this beautiful like effect, and it's really hard to find shades like that. It is very unique to this palette, and I will say out of all the girls' palettes I have used so far, this one is definitely my favorite. I do slightly prefer the Tan Limitless palette from this collection over this one because I just find that I had absolutely no issues with any of the shades. But again, out of the girls, this one is by far the best. And again, like the pencil liner, Hidden Gem formula is so good. I can't wait to use these more because the colors are amazing and I love that they all have a pastel vibe to them. And again, if you like a plumping gloss and you're okay with feeling gloss on your lips, the gloss is really beautiful and a really nice color. It's just personally not my favorite formula because I don't like feeling gloss on my lips. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know if you got anything from this collection or not. But as always though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on Instagram or TikTok, it's at Breyonna as well. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!